There is nothing more exciting than growing your own veg. Not only does it taste better, but it's a fantastic way to get kids involved and passionate about all things green and gorgeous. Where space is tight and you've not got room for a dedicated vegetable patch, you may live in a flat for example, you can of course grow your own in containers. There are lots of different vegetables, herbs and fruit you can use. Top of the crops has got to be tomatoes, and there are a few different types that are available to you. The most common are the tall vine or cordon types, which grow up to a height of about 6 to 7 feet and need a tall straight stem. They need regular staking, and you need to pinch out the side shoots so that it can achieve that height. They're quite labour intensive, to be fair. For containers, they're useless, so you must go for bush tomatoes, tumbling bush tomatoes to be precise. If you look on the label or the seed packet, it'll say so. It'll say tumbling, trailing, suitable for baskets. They're the ones that you want. If you don't want to, or you've not got the room to sow your own from seed, you can of course buy transplants or seedlings like this, which you can use instead. Okay, planting a basket. It's so easy. First of all, to stop your basket wobbling all over the place, it's a good idea to place it into a bucket or an old pot beforehand. There are all sorts of different liners that you can use, from traditional moss to plastic, which isn't my favourite because it doesn't look as good as it perhaps should. I do like these though, which are just a simple felt liner. So you get your liner, you pop it into the centre like that. One of the most important things to remember when you're growing tomatoes is that they are really thirsty plants, and they will need regular watering because otherwise the fruit will split. Now, to help lessen the load, use some of this. This is a water-retaining gel which you mix into the compost, and it acts like a reservoir, swells on contact with water and makes the water available to where it's needed, the roots. In its dry form, it's like that. When you add water, it looks something like that. Read the instructions on the packet for the amount to use. So the process of planting. It's so easy. To start with, a couple of inches of soil in the base. Now I'm going to create a tomato ball here, so I want to make sure that I get some tomato plants in through the sides. Now this liner comes with pre-cut holes, and all you need to do is to feed your plants soil end first through the holes. Now you may find you need to remove a little bit of soil so that they go in, or slightly extend the hole. I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to fit now. There, we've got one there. I think I'll have 3 in this layer. Right, now we just fill up to the top with compost and plant some more on the top. We'll pop one in there. Pop another one in there. We'll pop another one in there. Now, you could decide to add some other bits and pieces in here, things like trailing nasturtium, for example, because you can of course use the flowers to decorate soups and salads. You might decide to pop a few herbs in the top. It really is up to you. The advantage, of course, of using some other trailing plants is that it will help hide the liner super quick, but you needn't worry. It still looks good just the same. Okay, now we'll pop the bucket with the basket on the floor and give it a water. Of course, it looks really sparse after you finish planting, but don't worry, tomatoes are pretty rampant growers and it will soon fill out. And there we go. Do remember that tomatoes are tender plants. They're half-hardy, they don't like frost. So you can't put this up outside, sometimes as late as the first week of June in northern parts. And tomatoes are greedy, so water every couple of weeks with a tomato fertilizer for the best crops. Tumbling bush tomatoes are perfect for hanging baskets. but you could use all sorts of other containers, including window boxes.